Welcome to Tai Chi. My name is Chrissie, and this class is brought to you by the YMCA of Greater Michiana. Keep in mind this class is for all fitness levels. It can be done standing or seated. This class is a gentle moving class, no equipment needed. Water bottle nearby would be helpful, or a glass of water. And barefoot or with shoes, it's your choice. All right. So I'm going to start some music and we're going to begin class standing or seated and just begin with some deep breaths. So our feet are comfortably underneath us or we're seated. We roll our shoulders back. And what we're seeking today is openness. That's going to be our word to come back to. So as I'm standing here in my body, I feel the openness. Begin with deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. We're feeling that breathing get a little deeper each time we breathe in and breathe out. We can feel free to close our eyes. We'll be staying here and breathing for a little while longer. We're feeling our belly soften and grow as we breathe in deeply into the belly area and up into the chest. We grow, and then the chest and the belly fall inward as we breathe out. So scanning our body with our minds for any places of tension, any places that feel closed. Relaxing our foreheads. Relaxing our jaw. Relaxing our shoulders down. As we breathe out, our shoulders relax downward. We relax our arms. We relax our fingers. That relaxation flows down into our hips, knees, and feet. A few more deep breaths here. Completely filling the body with air, pushing all of it out. Then relaxing, looking down at the ground, breathing in and out, walking the feet, Opening and closing these hands. Good. I'm gonna get anything you need. I'm gonna turn some noise off here. Good. Let's breathe with arm motions now. The feet will stay in the same comfortable place, and our arms come up to shoulder height. Bend the elbows and push the hands down. Inhaling here and exhaling down. So this motion is called sinking the chi. So Tai Chi, Chi means energy. Inhale, breathe out. So we're settling the energy down, sinking the chi one more time here, and down. So now we make it a little bigger, reaching upward and going down maybe a little bit lower, bending the knees as we like. This is called drawing down the heavens. Eyes look up, eyes follow the hands. Good. Reach gently and come down gently. Connecting our breath with the motion. One more time. Breathing in as the arms come up. Breathing out as they come down. Resting a moment here. Connecting our movement with our breath pattern is the key to calming down, slowing down the heart rate, and beginning the healing and the energy focus that we're looking for. So let's do a different arm pattern. One more. We'll do a three treasures arm pattern. So the arms come up and then they're going to come up through the middle to the chest, and then the palms turn outward and up and down. We breathe in as we come up, and we breathe out as we come down. So we're feeling free to move at our own pace with the pace of our own breath. We might be moving at a different pace than others, and that's okay. One more time. Up through middle. And the arms rest downward. Coming to rest and breathing here. Feel openness in your armpit area. So instead of dropping the upper arm down, imagine you have a golf ball under each armpit just to keep that openness. And then we're going to shake it out, opening, closing those hands and moving those feet. All right, good. We're going to walk now. Walking is pretty normal, right? So we're going to warm things up a little bit. Getting ready for some more movement. Notice my arms are swinging the same time. And that's important for opening the shoulders. So just keep breathing through this. And we're choosing how high to lift those legs, how vigorous to make this march. A little bit more. Creating some openness in the shoulders. And then slowly let it come to a stop. Let's sink the chi. So settle the feet. Let's breathe. One more time. And a breath here at rest. Next, we'll do some twisting motions. So the feet come a little bit wider. You lift a heel and then lift a heel, stretching tall through your spine, chest shining forward. Just letting those arms swing. And again, you can make this as vigorous as you like. Waking the body up with some twists. Good. And plant the feet and just let the body drift to stillness. And standing still and breathing here. Maybe taking the palms, shining forward. Imagine a magic point at the center of your palm. Stretch your fingers slightly. Feel that energy point shining forward. Reach gently. Open armpits. Relaxing the shoulders. One more deep breath here. And shake that out. Good, we're gonna do a few joint openers. Let's start with the fingers. Opening and closing those fingers. Good. Next, we'll interlace those hands. Bring your upper arms close. We're gonna draw a figure 8 with our pinkies. This is for the wrists. So try to bring that motion from your wrists. Pause and reverse. As we move through these joint openers, if we ever feel any pain, we stop. Cracking and popping, that's okay. That's normal. And shake it out a little bit. So we're gonna make something called a crane's beak, and that's where you take your fingers to your thumb and just make a little beak. That beak goes into what we call the lung point. It's just where they come kind of naturally here, in between your shoulder and the nipple area. So we just put in the air, connect and make some circles with the elbows. Just keep breathing through these. Reverse it when you're ready. Pause and take one to the back. Good. Now, we're gonna do an interesting thing where we swing the arms. One's gonna come to the waist, the other's gonna tap on the shoulder, and then we're gonna switch. Swing, tap, swing, tap. So some therapeutic tapping and opening the spine. And you could add looking at the opposite way of that hand on your shoulder. Takes a little coordination, but just keep moving, keep breathing. Swing and tap. Two more. And last one. Good. Feel free to shake that out however you need to. We're creating openness. Good. Next, we're going to do some hip circles. Hands on it, right above those hips if you like. And imagine that your hips, that you're standing in a large bowl and you have to try to touch the rim of the bowl as you go all the way around. When you're ready, pause and reverse. You might say, Chrissy, this is a pretty small bowl. It's a pretty narrow bowl. Maybe we feel like we can't go far. That's okay. Pay attention to the popping, pay attention to any hitches that you have, and just think about that and remember it. That's good to do every day. All right. Those hip circles are amazing. All right, so next we're gonna just lift your toes on your left foot and open that whole leg to the side. Just open from the hip and close, and one more time. There we go. Gonna switch. Opening and closing that leg from the hip joint. Opening and closing, and one more time. Good. So next we're gonna do some squats with our feet flat on the floor. So women, we're gonna put our right hand on our body right below the belly button. Men put the left hand first. Cover and bend the knees and up. So little squats. Bend and up. Keeping the heels down creates a nice stretch in the ankles. Keep breathing. Let's do some quicker ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Slow it down for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, quick for 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and slow it down for 2, 2, 3, and 4, and shake that out. Getting those legs nice and warm. Good. And last thing here, we're gonna do some foot exercises real quick before we jump into the 8 pieces of brocade. So shift your weight. We're gonna point the toe and flex, point and flex. One more time, point and flex. Making those feet nice and happy. Switch sides. So even if you're seated, you can do this one, right? Work those feet. Good. Other side, lift the heel, keep the toes down, make some circles with the heel, and pause and reverse. 3 or 4 on each side. And switch. 2. And reverse. Keep breathing. Good, and last thing, inside of the foot, outside of the foot. Shoes or no shoes, you can get a nice feel for this. Good, so 3 or 4 and then switch over. I wanted to make sure this first class together, you have a really good warm up, working through all these different parts of the body. All right, so after all those amazing joint openers, we are going to take a few deep breaths and then get water if we need it. So here we go, sinking the chi or drawing down the heavens or 3 treasures, whichever you like. Let's breathe. And one more breath. Good. Taking a pause here to get a drink of water, anything we need. So we're going to do the 8 pieces of brocade. It's just 8 different movements that we'll repeat to totally open the body and to create openness like we're talking about. It also helps detox your internal organs and reset your body for the day. It's a perfect way for us to get settled and ready for our Tai Chi movements that we'll close class with today. And again, if it's your first time, this is the great place to be. I'll take you right where you need to go and make sure you choose what works for you. Let's get started. So the feet are underneath us where we feel good. Again, seated if we need to, it's all good. The first of the 8 movements, let me step back so you can see my arms up here because that's as we're going to be going up here, is called holding up heaven like a pillar. So Our knees are slightly soft and our tailbone tucked under slightly, just so we feel strong and tall, right? So the hands come down. It's kind of like the three treasures. Up to the chest, push up, and as your hands go overhead, lift the heels slightly off the ground, and then bring it back down. Now, interlacing the fingers to chest, same motion overhead, lifting up the heels if you can, and down. Breathing in, and down. We'll repeat each move around 8 times. Oops, easy to lose your balance at that top end. Take it easy, take it slow. So we're feeling free to move at a different pace than I'm moving, because I'm moving with my breath, so you move with your breath. Picking it up as you inhale and down as you exhale. So let's all do one more complete. Holding up heaven like a pillar. Good. Number 2 is draw the bow to shoot the turkey buzzard. So our feet are going to be wide in what we call a riding the horse stance. And make sure you're at a place where you feel like you can bend your knees without going forward. So you choose how low you go. All right. So soft knees here, but we're at the top of this. Backs of the fists, loose fists toward each other. All right. As we bend, we're going to extend one arm out like we're drawing a bow. And our palm comes toward the floor, our elbow lifts, and we pull the string back as we bend our knees. Bring it up. Take it to the other side. Good. You can drop the back 3 fingers and make an L and look past those fingers, or you can leave it as a flat hand. Good. We're driving this with the breath. So exhale, pull, inhale, center, or however works for you. Looking out far past the sight hand. A few more. And one more each side. Big breath. Opening the chest. Opening those hips. Bring it to center. And from here, the arms rest. And you can toe, heel in, or shift your weight and step. And maybe sink the chi once, just to settle back into our bodies here. Beautiful job. All right. So next we have penetrating heaven and earth. The hands come up like we're holding a ball. Press one hand upward and watch it as the other hand gently presses toward the earth. Draw energy in from heaven and earth and switch sides. Keep in mind in Tai Chi type movements, we never fully extend the arms. There's always a tiny bend at the elbow there so that we have a softness and an openness in all of our joints. There's that word again. Inhale before you move, then exhale, gentle push to heaven and earth. Inhale to your heart center. Exhale, push. Looking upward at that top hand is a gentle neck stretch. And one more time each side. And rest the arms. Good. Next, remember those imaginary points of energy in your palms here. We're going to gently shine those toward the floor with those open armpits and a nice relaxed shoulder. So turning our head slowly, keeping our chin level with the earth, and then just slowly bringing it back. We're breathing normally through this, keeping the breathing going. But we don't have to match this one with the breath. This is dragon twist level 1, so to speak. I always like to do this part first. If you'd like a little more, let's stop at the center position. We're going to turn the whole body from the waist first, then the ribs turn, then the shoulders, and the head's just along for the ride. And then twist on out easy. Those palms still shining. Other way. Stretching up tall through center. Turning from the waist first. Letting that head just work on stretching tall rather than twisting. Dragon twist. Number 4 of 8. Keeping our breathing going. We'll do one more dragon twist. And shaking it out a little bit. We're halfway through the 8 pieces of brocade. Let's settle ourselves with a breath or two. Next, back to that horse stance for number 5, which is wag the tail to calm the heart fire. Oh my. All right, so maybe not quite as wide in the horse stance this time. Hands are on the thighs, but thumbs to the back wall if you can. And your hips are gonna go behind you. We're gonna start by going to the right. So look behind you to the right as you lean and sweep yourself down to middle. Use your body's strength to rise up the center. Other side. Stretch tall, come down, sweep to middle and up. Good, inhale in, exhale down. Inhale up. As we come down, our proverbial tails go behind us. And then those tails kind of tuck under as we rise. A variation on this is to go all the way around in one direction. Feel free to try that. For today, I'm going to stick with the half. Driving with big breaths. Breathing out as we come down. Breathing in as we rise. And one more time each side. Beautiful. All right, toe heel in or step in. Shake that out a little bit. All right, the next one is called reaching down to dissipate disease. We're going to be bending down and then rising. Make sure you go where you can go and get a chair or a wall if you need to help you kind of keep yourself strong. So hands start in the back of the, in your lower back. And your feet are where you like them. And those hands are going to keep contact with your legs and just slide down as far as you can manage. Feel free to bend your knees. And then we're going to come right back up, keeping contact with those legs. So reaching down to dissipate disease. I'm just turned to the side so you can see what's going on. Once you have it, breathe and move with your own body. Opening the chest at the top, maybe, by pulling the elbows back when you get to the top. Breathing out as we come down. Breathing in as we rise. Let's do one or two more, depending on how we're feeling. And if we choose, last one. Beautiful. That was number 6. Number 7 of 8 is punching with intense gaze. The feet come a little wider than normal, but not as wide as first stance. Think of this as a boxing or martial arts stance. Your feet are wide so no one can knock you down. Loose fists come under the armpits. Notice they're not up in my armpits, they're down by my waist. We're gonna punch the right hand forward, open the fingers, and rotate and pull back in. Again, punch out, open, rotate, and pull. Intense gaze over the knuckles as you punch. Exhale, punch. Breathe in as you pull. Keeping that punch slow does some great liver detox for you. Nice and natural and gentle. One more time each. Good, and our last move is going to be some gentle forward bends and some back bends. Only 3, not 8. So we're going to take it really slowly and make sure our spine is super happy. I'm going to start by coming down slowly. Again, that chair or wall might be helpful. We're just going to round our spine down one vertebra at a time. Hands can be on the legs for support or just hanging out in air. At the bottom, we go as far as our bodies say to go, and then we stop there and breathe openness into our back bodies. Good, and before we rise, we ground through our feet. We push up slowly, stacking each vertebra on top of the others. Again, using our legs or a chair for help. Once we get to the top, perhaps taking those hands up, following them with the eyes and letting them drift behind us. So hands could be in our low back for support as we lean backward. If we're feeling strong, we could let those arms hang. We breathe here, opening the front body. When we're ready, strongly rising, arms can come overhead, and we follow those hands down slowly. Going there again. At the bottom, we pause for a few deep opening breaths. When we're ready, pushing up through the legs strongly, rising with control. Hands will come overhead and then gently behind, supporting us in our low back if we need it. And we'll do it one more time. Come tall, reach up, challenging ourselves to go just a little slower because that will build strength in our spinal column. Breathing at the bottom. Rising slowly, last one, slowly. Opening the front body at the top. Breathing that beautiful openness into the chest. When we're ready, rising tall. Taking a couple of breaths, arms or no arms, sinking the chi if you like. Big breaths to seal in all that openness. And one more time. And rest, and shake it out. Beautiful job completing the 8 pieces of brocade. That is a workout in itself that you can do every morning to really get you ready for the day. So next week I plan to do a different set in the place of the 8 pieces, but that's my favorite one. We're gonna get into some Tai Chi to finish class today. And if you've never done any, don't worry. This will stay simple and it'll give you some things to practice if you want to feel awesome. So hopefully you're feeling a little more open, you're getting what you need, and we'll come right back into it together. So let's assess how we feel and get into some Tai Chi. So standing comfortably, feet hip width or a little bit more here. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Our tailbone tucks under slightly. Our spine is long and tall. And let's keep those armpits open. And take a moment, closing our eyes if we need to, scanning our bodies and seeing if we feel a little more open, noticing where there's any tightness. Good. So first, for Tai Chi, we usually begin with the feet together. So you put the feet together here. And then when you're ready, you'll step your left foot out to the position that you'd like to be in. And that's where you stay as far as a width. So just a classic way to begin your set. Let me settle over here in the middle for you. Palms are down, opening the door. Heavy arms up. They come towards you and down. Again, heavy arms up. It's like you're petting the back of two large cats, very lightly. Come up, breathe out. And one more time. That's opening the door. Now, did you feel yourself rising and sinking in the knees a little bit? That's a great way to get a little extra leg work. Let's try it again. Big breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more. Opening the door. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now with thumbs up, we're going to hug a tree here. And then we open the arms out to the side. And then we're going to hug that tree again. Good. And after we open this time, let's take the right arm on top, the left arm underneath. This is called embracing the moon. Open the arms again. Embrace the moon with the other arm on top. Open. So let's work through that. Embracing the moon. Move number 2. Like you're holding a ball of energy. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Feel your own power in this simple movement. Tai Chi is sometimes called meditation in motion. It's a seamless movement. We breathe, we move, and our mind watches. If you're like me, your arms are getting a little tired, so we're gonna hug that tree and let them drift downward. Now let's give the arms a break and work some footwork. All right, you're like, finally, Chrissy, we haven't been moving our feet at all. I wanna walk around. Well, of course you wanna walk around. So we're gonna do a little of that today. All right, so let's start with what we call the T-step. You're gonna shift your weight to one foot, turn the other knee out. It's called a T-step because you make your feet like a letter T. Notice how the left foot here is heel into the instep of the other foot. You just lift that heel up off the ground and try to keep your hips facing front. Here's that T-step. It can even just come up on the tippies of the toes. Try it on the other side. And just switch back and forth a little bit, trying to stay tall throughout. Now, a lot of times we're going to see this when we're embracing the moon. And the hand that's on bottom is the leg that's making the T-step. Let's try that on the other side. Embrace the moon. T-step. That's where we're going to see that. Shifting the weight. Amazing. Good job. Shake that out. Second is called the bow step, known as a lunge in other disciplines. So from that T-step, you plant the heel and shift your weight into what we call a lunge. Shift it back and just step back to normal. Let's try that on the other side. T-step, take a little step, heel, ball, toe, shift the weight back and bring it in. A couple more times. T-step to a bow step. You're gonna choose how big to make it. Let's do it again because I think you're starting to feel that idea of shifting your weight. That is so beautiful to Tai Chi. Just let your arms go wherever they want to. T-step. Beautiful. And the third and final step for today would be the empty step. You basically put all your weight in one leg and you dip your toe in imaginary water here. Feel that strength in that leg. Bring it back and try the other side. Soften the knee on the standing leg. And we're just dipping for fun. You'll just hold it here when we do the movements. We'll do this on white crane spreads wings. So dip that toe. And again, one more time on each side. And down. Beautiful job. All right. So we did opening the door, review. Opening the door. We did embracing the moon, right? We learned our T-step, our bow step, and our empty step. Super. Let's go back to these arms, and then we'll put legs and arms together. All right. So from our embrace the moon, we're going to do a move called parting the wild horse's mane. Just the arms. This bottom hand comes up to the side, and the top one drifts down like you're parting the mane. My hand's at an angle, about shoulder height or so. Let's try that again. Embrace the moon. Bottom arm comes out, and you shift your weight to that outside foot. Again, one more time. Embrace the moon. Come out to the left. Stay here. Flip this hand upward and cap the moon with this hand. That's how we get to the other side. The bottom hand's going to come out. Top hand just strokes that horse. And let's just come back. And again, embrace the moon with that left hand on top. Push it over. And again, part the wild horse's mane. Let's hold it here. And to move on, bottom hand, palm comes upward to hold that moon. This one comes to the top. And relax. Same thing, but we're going to add the legs. And we'll do one on each side. So, embrace the moon, T-step. Remember that that bottom hand is the leg you're going to be working. So we're going to be stepping over here to the left. So your heel, as you stroke that wild horse's mane and part it, you shift your weight. You gaze toward that hand. We're going to shift our weight back. Bottom palm flips up. The other one comes over and find your place again. T-step, bow step, shift. And bring it back. Let's move through that a few times. It's fine to take that T-step out of there and just kind of step outward, but it's nice. So I'm going to try to show it a little better. T-step, bow step, moon, and back to home plate. T-step, swipe, arms return as you step in. T, part the wild horse's mane, in. One more time each side. Beautiful. Rest. Nice. Today we'll also do white crane. So from the moon, we're going to do an empty step. But first, just the arms. So the top hand is going to come down to the waist, and the bottom hand comes upward toward the sky this time. Embrace the moon with the other hand on top. White crane spreads wings. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And just keep breathing. Good, so shift your weight and bring it center. And whatever hand's on top, that's where you're going to shift your weight, remember, because whatever hand's on the bottom of the moon is the foot you're going to move, right? So here's that empty step. And then bring your foot in. Shift. This bottom hand's what's going up to the sky, so this foot, so when the matching foot comes up, right? Whatever hand's on the bottom of that moon, that's the foot that's going to come out away from your body. Let's do a few more of these. You've got it. White crane, spreads wings, open the body, close it strongly. One more time each side. Repetition is good for this type of discipline. And relax. Shake that out. Good. So the next move is called brush knee and push. And if you've watched any Tai Chi, it'll probably look familiar. We actually get to take that moon, bring it away from us here, okay, and shrink it a little bit. So notice my arms are away from me, but I'm not overextending. I'm still keeping everything within my control. All right, good. So I want you to flip that moon over and take it over to the side of your body. All right, whatever hand's on top is going to come down to your waist. The other hand's going to come up here, kind of like doing the queen wave, like the Queen of England, right? And then you're going to push it across. Good, let's do that again. Seems complicated, but we'll get there. All right, here we go. Bottom hand, we're going to come over to where to the bottom hand side. So that right hand's on the bottom, take it over to the right. That right hand comes up to say queen wave. The other is getting ready to brush knee. You gotta bring it down. And push. Let's bring that arm around. Find that ball back here. Push. Kind of just a rotation of the arms in two big circles, alternating circles. So it becomes a T step, bow step. Keep the feet here, just do the arms. Shift your weight backward, push across forward to the corner. Push across and swipe your thigh as you come with that other hand. One more, push, and then just bring it back in. Good. We need the other one on the bottom, right? Bring it to the back, just the arms. Push. Slowing it down, notice that you have the one hand down, getting ready to swipe. The other one's on top, pushing across as you shift your weight. Shift your weight to that back foot as that pushing arm comes behind you, right? Good. Push. Good. So if you want to, lift and step. Keep your feet here. Just try the hands. And one more time. And bring it in. Good. I know you want to step some more, right? You might be a little confused with the arms, but let's just have a little fun doing it one more time. We're going to take that right hand on the bottom, bring it to the right, lift that left foot, step it out and push. This time bring that foot back and just do it again. Have fun, brush knee and push. That foot can stay down, or you can lift that knee way up in the air. That's fine. We got one more time. That was a lot of work on that back leg. Way to go. And again, do what works for you. One more time. Left hand on the bottom. Left hand is the pusher. We lift, brush knee, and push. Bringing it back and push. Eyes can follow that pushing hand. One more time if you like. Beautiful job. We've done open the door, embrace the moon. We've learned 3 different steps and foot positions. We've done parting the wild horse's mane, right? We've done white crane, We've done brushing and push. That is totally amazing. So that's a lot of Tai Chi for one day. I'm getting a little drink of water here. So we'll finish with a few deep breaths and make sure we're feeling great for the rest of our day. All right, rolling those shoulders back. So our theme today was openness. Let's take some deep breaths here with arm movements or no arm movements, up to us. Here we go. Good. And it's always lovely to take some time for ourselves here, just here in the last minute of class, to think about anything that's bothering us and just get rid of it, or maybe say a silent prayer. So feel free to step in a little closer, bring the hands to prayer, or keep them at the sides. With our eyes closed, we can take a little time to say prayer for the world, to say a word of healing or hope to our hearts. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Chrissy and this is Tai Chi, and we close with right fist to left palm and a bow to each other. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Be at peace.